everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm making a birthday card for my friend Marie. I had bought these paper packs, these 6x6 paper packs a few months ago. There's 3 different kinds, but this is the one I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using 110-pound cardstock. I got that from Michael's. It's a Recollections name brand. And the paper I'm going to be using is this, and I think I'm going to also do this one. I thought this looked really pretty together. Set that aside. But here's all the different papers that came in that 6x6. There's no back to it. So I love these colors. They're sort of like an in-between season color. You could make them fall, but they're also, you know, bright. So you could, you know, integrate them with spring, with the blues and everything in them. And there's 2 sheets of each one. And it is Prairie Hill is what it is. So that's it. Another thing too, I was trying to reorganize after packing up my crafting stuff and unpacking it, trying to reorganize my room. I came across these yarn crocheted flowers that I had bought at Michael's when I first started scrapbooking. I think it's been like 6-7 years now. This is the cover that it came with. It was like in their $1.50 bin. So I'm going to be using these. I've always wanted to use these flowers, and then I forget that I have them. You know, either on scrapbook pages or cards or minis or whatever. So I'm going to be using those. Put that over there. And then I'm also going to be using a fairly new stamp set that I bought. I got 3 different stamp sets. It was like craftysteals.com. I've been buying a lot of stuff off of there. Just love what they have to offer. This is an Echo Park, and it's a birthday stamp set. And I've done a video using this one here, I think. But that's that. I'm looking for a name. It's just called It's Your Birthday from Echo Park. All right. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to be using some inking, and this is antique linen, and I'm going to be using a round blending pen, and I'm going to ink up the front of the card's edges. I think I've probably used this technique before, but then just remembered, you know, after I said, you know, as I said, I'm unpacking and trying to organize my craft room. This antique linen is not real dark. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. Let me see if I can find something that's a little bit darker. I'll go with the vintage photo. I think that's what I want. That's the look I want. Yep, that's it. Vintage photo. Do-over. And just come around the edges because I'm going to be putting paper on top of it. I'll fold this up and do a little bit right there. All right, so the base of the card is ready. Get that all out of the way. Oh, you know what? I forgot to ink up my little celebration stamp. This is also off that Echo Park. Wow, I can't pick it up. Also off the Echo Park. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see me over here on the side of the camera. I'm desperately trying to pick up this piece of white paper. Well. All right, so let's put a little bit on the edges of that as well. Finger daubers work better for smaller pieces like this, but I had this handy. So that's what we're going to do. Set that there, and I'll get this out of the way. Now I want to cut my paper pieces down. I'm going to cut them first, and then I'm going to distress them. So this being on the bottom, I still want my roof is being washed right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound. There was a really bad fire beginning of the month of July 2016 in my backyard, and CAL FIRE accidentally dropped Phos-Chek all over my home. I'd only been here for 2 nights, and it's taken almost a month to get everything cleaned up. It's been a nightmare, but we're alive, and the home is safe, and so, you know, that's the attitude that I have. Like, even though this has been a hassle, having people come in and cleaning and stuff, we're okay. So, all right. So the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I think I'm going to drop this down to So it'd be in 5.5. That's about right there. 5 1/4, because I want the ink part of the card to show. So we're gonna do 5 1/4 by 4. Let me just pop that on there real quick. Lots of different patterns, right? I love it. I may go back in and do a little bit more inking. And then let's do this one here. I'm going to drop this one down to 5 by 3 3/4. And that's going to be the top layer. And then I'm going to use these scraps right here and put them on the inside. I had a friend of mine actually that I connected with Facebook that I went to high school with, and she wanted to start making cards and asked if I had ever decorated the inside. And I was like, oh yeah, I do, but I don't always remember to do that. So I'm just gonna give it another little bit more darker. Okay, then I'm gonna take my Tim Holtz Distress tool and I'm gonna distress the edges. This is just adding a lot of texture and color to this card. Wow, that's really loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I didn't plan on this happening while I was doing my video. I guess I should have thought ahead. Okay, so that's good there. And let's put a little bit of ink on that as well. I like to distress my edges first before I ink it. I think that distressed ink kind of soaks into the distressed part of the paper better when you do that. Also, if you distress it first, sometimes when you, if you ink it first and then distress it, then you scrape off all of your ink. So there's a process to this, right? Yeah, I was excited to come across those crochet flowers that I got years ago. It just the color combination just is working really well. So just stress them up there. Oh, missed a little spot there. All right, and we're going to go ahead and ink this as well. It's really going to show the definition of the layers by doing this too. You don't always have to use the distress tool if you want to ink the edges. You don't, just make it flat. That's fine. I believe we're done with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our layers on. I like using glue. Sometimes I grab my ATG and do it if, I'm not really thinking, but I like using the glue. I can get it right on the edge and it holds really well. And if I go to put it on the card and I'm just not in the position that I want it, the glue allows me to move it around a little bit to where the ATG sometimes it rips up, and then it's kind of a bummer when your card does that, or your paper rips after you've taped it down. And then that's going to go on that. Now I probably could have cut this layer down a little bit more so that you can see the pattern of that back paper. So you can learn from that if you would like. Okay, so here's these. I got sticky glue on my fingers. I'm gonna put actual tape on this, score tape, because the glue is just gonna soak right through the crochet part of the flower. These are just so pretty. I got a bunch of them too. I must have been like on a crochet flower binge when I bought these a while ago. This little tape just wants to hang on to me. Okay, there. Try to get this off. All right. I put these right over to the side, and there's going to be 3 of them. One right there. beautiful those are. I never did learn how to crochet as a little girl. My mom knits and did teach me some knitting techniques, but never really got into it. I was too much of a tomboy when I was a little girl. My 4-H with my sheep and everything. And look at me now. I'm a little paper crafter. And enjoying it very much. Okay, and then as you can see, I'll bring it up. The colors of these flowers match, I mean, almost perfectly with this paper, so that's always exciting. Now I also came across this green leaf, and I thought it was kind of big for these flowers, but it's just so cute. There's actually no green in the paper, but I'm going to put it on anyway just because I think it's so super cute. It's okay if everything doesn't blend 100%. And I'm going to have to put this right on the back here so that it will lay down a little better. There we go. How pretty. Okay, so let's put our Celebrate on. And I want to use some foam adhesive for this. This always works really well for me. I'm going to say it's about that long. And that's about the right size for the width. I had stamped it on one side and then realized I stamped it crooked, so I did a do-over on that as well. Okay, I'm going to put that right down there, and then now we're going to do the inside. And this time we're going to do this pretty one that I actually covered up almost right on the bottom like that. Just going to go up a little bit so that it covers up the edge, not covers up, but it covers the edge as well, and then I will trim it off. Flip that over. Alright, now I have this really cute stamp. It's called, well, no, not called, but it says, "Hope you have a very happy birthday and eat lots of cake." Love that saying. Gonna use some Heidi Swap archival ink, and my little pad is gonna go underneath. Just stamps better when there's something a little bit soft behind it. I'm gonna look at it here. I noticed that I didn't get the 2 P's, so let's flip that over and take a better look at that. There we go. All right, my acrylic block is filthy because I neglected to clean it right after I used it each time, so that's just a note. There we go. Give it a little shove, and voila. Alrighty, so there it is. You know, kind of different, not really shabby chic, right? Because I don't know much about shabby chic, but I just love the design of this. Thanks so much for watching. Have any questions, just leave it in the comment section, and have a great day.